I built my house in the Philippines with my wife Christine. Got a dog named Snuffy.
Hey guys, what's up? What is up? Kuya Jason with Our Life in the Philippines. So let's go over a couple things. We have actually been living here for three weeks, 3.5 weeks, I think, almost a month. So yesterday you would have seen the last video, but that video was actually shot like a month ago, the day that we moved in, I believe. So let's see what's going on. Zoom out here. So here's our house. So we are still waiting for the kitchen cabinets. The reason I haven't shot another video is because I wanted to wait for the kitchen cabinets to come in. And they still are not installed, but today they are actually installing the sliding cabinets, the sliding under the island and in the bathroom. They'll be installing the sliding cabinets. Issue after issue with trying to get the kitchen cabinets. So we've been waiting for a month, and I talked to the installer today, and he said, oh, well, the issue is that we cannot find the brown, the aluminum wood grain brown in stock. And I said, why the fuck didn't you tell me, like a month ago, and I just would have changed the color to white? Why the fuck are we waiting on this time? A lot of miscommunication. So you can see we've been cleaning the yard, and it actually is starting to get some grass. I see some green here. So I've been raking the yard and taking the gravel, trying to fill in that side piece here. And filling in here. This was really low, so I want to get this filled in and then have gravel along the side of the driveway here. And it is hot today, I tell you. So you can see where I've been raking. I've broken 2 rakes, so I got to get another rake so I can finish. But you can see here where I'm trying to blend this in. And then I think we'll get some topsoil and put some topsoil. Also, we cleaned out the gazebo. You see we got all that stuff out of there. So now we have our recycles stacked here. I made this little stand, so recycles will go there. So they'll come to pick those up hopefully soon. I got to get a hold of the guy. This is our water. Let's see how the water's holding up. I did actually make some changes in here. I was having problems with water pressure, and when I looked up on AI, it told me because I had 3/4 going into 1/2 inch, because those are 1/2 inch, and I actually had 3 in there, and then it was coming out at 3/4 going into the house. The AI told me that would cut my pressure by half, 50%. So what I did was I installed a second set of filters. These are 20 inch, these are 10 inch, and this is 3/4 inch, and those filters are actually 3/4 inch. So now I have 2 water lines going through water filter and then into the house. The issue is that this is a deep well, and you can see how dirty just how dirty that is. And that's after, well, it's about 3 weeks old, 2 weeks old maybe. But after like an hour, these things were fucking brown. So what I've actually decided is that we are going to get city water. And the city water will actually come down our right-of-way and then in the back corner of the house. And I'll show you. What I'm thinking is I'm actually going to run the water line along the inside of the wall and then over here and then connect it to this water line here. This is the main water line, so I can have it shut off there, turn off that pump, and then have that city water coming directly into the house. And then we'll have the well for backup. So let's walk over here. Still doing a lot of cleanup outside. You can see there's still, like, this is all concrete here where they were mixing concrete when they did the porch. I've been working on burning this stump, but I'm just gonna have to cut it into pieces and burn it. We've been cleaning out this corner. If you remember this corner, what we found out was they actually just like put all the trash in that corner. So we had to go through that corner and get rid of all the trash. There was just tons of glass bottles, plastic bottles, pieces of pipe, cut PVC, just everything was thrown into that corner. And if you remember, that's actually where that toilet was. I destroyed the toilet and we covered up that. There was a cement pad there. So we're working on that. This is my burning area for burning trash. Christine put a compost bin here for any trash that can't be burnt or, well, it's a compost. So you put your eggshells and shit in there and then it'll compost and then we can use it in the garden. So this is the back side of the house. Also, I did install some clotheslines for Christine to dry clothes. So I had some of that extra tubular left over. So I ran that across. You can see here, bolted that in, put some wire for extra support, and then I put a support in the center. So that is the for drying clothes. Still got quite a bit of stuff out here. I mean, we're still moving in, getting things situated, so it takes time. Well, I've been spending a lot of time on this stupid thing. This, originally I thought it was a log laying on the ground, and then when I tried to move it, it wouldn't move. Turns out it was a huge freaking stump. So I've been trying to burn this thing down. I dug all around it, burning it. I need to come back out with an axe, try to hack this thing down. You don't want any wood because it will bring termites. Also here you can see it's another stump. I need to dig this out. These are the sliding doors for the new cabinets. I'll take you inside there in a second and show you. So I want to show you this. I took it upon myself to do this cabinet because this was not included in our budget. So there's videos online how you can make these with PVC paneling, and it's really cheap to make. I'll be honest with you, It's my first time doing this, and I fucked this one up. If you could see, that handle is lower than that handle. I measured 12 inches, and then when I measured this side, the 12 inches, I had it on the table, and I measured the wrong freaking side. So then I cut the holes. After I got all this installed, I was like, fuck, I measured the wrong freaking side. So, but it works good. I painted it brown so you can't see. So that gives me a place to store all my tools. Looks so much better though. You know, it was all open. I did get a quote on how much to install aluminum sliding right here, the same that they're installing inside. And he told me 12,000 PHP is about what is that, 210, almost 220. Yeah, about 220. So I was like, you know, I could do this myself. It only cost me about $20 for all the parts. And what I did was I used the wire molding for the bottom sliders. And then you buy this paneling, cut it. You buy this edging, and then you buy the handles. So, pretty proud of that. All right, let's go inside. Take a peek here. Yes. Yeah, it's okay. So they're gonna come in here and do this. So you can see this is open. So they'll be putting that slider there. Let's check this one out. He just finished. Oh, thanks, sir. That looks so much better. Yeah, you know, I actually like the white now that I see it. My buddy Albert has white, and after looking at his, I said, that actually looks pretty nice. So I like that, so. Christine will be happy. Get that installed. Those roll nice. Really smooth. So when you buy a bouquet, the first thing in the Philippines, first thing they want to do is preserve everything. So it was like an hour after I got her the bouquet, she was already taking it apart and building her own kind of flower arrangement. So yeah, waiting on the cabinets. So now that we decided white, we'll just go ahead and get all these done. So I'll talk to the guy, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Let's let them, it's gonna get really loud. Let them go ahead and do the kitchen cabinet, the cabinet for the bathroom, and then we'll be back. We'll check on it. Stay tuned. All right, guys, they finished. So let's see. Let me go over everything real quick. So this is the island sliding cabinets. You can see that they're nice. So for the bottom cabinets, he said 9 to 10 days to do the fabrication. So they're gonna do this. It's gonna be double open here, double open under that sink. And then he said the reason it's gonna take so long is because we're gonna have 6 drawers, small, medium, and large. Small, medium, and large. He said it takes a long time to fabricate. I said, well, I want it done. No shortcuts. The cabinets will, I think they're like 85. They're gonna actually go from the very top of the window all the way to the ceiling. So it's about 85 centimeters. Have cabinets come all the way on that wall and then all the way on this wall to the corner here. So that'll have a cabinet going around it, and then that'll be enclosed in cabinets. And then finally, they did finish. Look at that. So we got that. Very smooth. So we do have a shelf in there so we can put, toilet paper, whatever. And that opens on both sides. Also, that'll keep any water from going in there. It's all sealed. And I need to do some painting around this where they, you can see they did kind of a shitty job on that. When they did the tiling, they didn't paint the edges. So I need to do that. All right, guys. That is the end of this video. So I'll do another video once everything is completely done. Everybody keeps asking me about prices. They want prices. I'm not giving any prices until everything is complete. So stay tuned. Probably a couple more weeks, I'll put out another video. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time. Peace.
I built my house in the Philippines with my wife Christine. Got a dog named Snuffy.